Question 1. What must you do at an intersection with A. Flashing red traffic light? A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Stop completely before entering the intersection. C. Yield to traffic on the right. D. Proceed if no is visible. Answers is B. Stop completely before entering the intersection. A flashing red traffic light means you must stop completely before entering the intersection, then proceed when it is safe to do so. Treat it like a stop sign. Question 2. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Rough road ahead. B. Slippery road ahead. C. Road closed due to ice. D. Ahead. Answers is B. Slippery road ahead. This sign is a warning for a slippery road ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed and exercise caution, especially during wet or icy conditions, to avoid skidding. Question 3. When are you allowed to make a left turn against a red light in California? A. Only if there is no oncoming traffic. B. From a one-way street onto another one-way street. C. If the intersection is clear. D. Never, it is always illegal. Answers is B. From a one-way street onto another one-way street. In California, a left turn against a red light is permitted only when turning from a one-way street onto another one-way street, after stopping and yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. Question 4. What should you do if you encounter this road sign? A. Slow down and be prepared to stop. B. Stop completely before the crosswalk. C. Yield to traffic on the main road. D. Merge onto the main road. Answers is B. Stop completely before the crosswalk. This is a stop sign. You must make a complete stop before the white limit line, crosswalk, or entering the intersection. Yield to all cross traffic and pedestrians before proceeding safely. Question 5. What does this road sign signify? A. Yield to pedestrians. B. Roundabout ahead. C. U-turn permitted. D. Traffic signal ahead. Answers is B. Roundabout ahead. This sign indicates a roundabout or circular intersection ahead. Drivers should prepare to yield to traffic already in the roundabout and enter when it is safe. Question 6. What is the correct procedure for using your headlights? A. Use them in foggy conditions. B. Dim them when approaching other vehicles. C. Keep them on in heavy rain. D. Use them only on freeways. Answers is B. Dim them when approaching other vehicles. Headlights should be used at night on open roads when no other cars are present. You must dim them to low beams when you are within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle or following within 300 feet of another vehicle. Question 7. What does this sign typically warn you about? A. Steep descent. B. Steep ascent. C. Uneven road. D. Falling rocks. Answers is B. Steep ascent. This sign indicates a steep ascent or uphill grade ahead. Drivers should be aware of the incline and adjust their driving accordingly, possibly shifting to a lower gear. Question 8. What is the basic speed law in California? A. Always drive at the posted speed limit. B. Never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. C. Drive as fast as traffic allows. D. Maintain a speed of 65 on all roads. Answers is B. Never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. California's basic speed law states that you may never drive faster than is safe for current conditions, regardless of the posted speed limit. This includes considering weather, traffic, and road conditions. Question 9. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Overtaking permitted. B. No overtaking. C. Keep right. D. Merging traffic. Answers is B. No overtaking. This sign indicates no overtaking or no passing. It means that passing other vehicles is prohibited in this area, usually due to safety reasons like limited visibility or narrow roads. Question 10. When approaching a school bus with flashing red lights, what must you do? A. Pass carefully if on the opposite side of a divided highway. B. Stop in both directions unless divided by a barrier. C. Slow down and proceed if children are not present. D. Only stop if you are behind the bus. Answers is B. Stop in both directions unless divided by a barrier. You must stop from either direction when a school bus has flashing red lights, unless you are on a divided highway with a physical barrier between your direction of travel and the bus. Question 11. What is the meaning of this warning sign? A. Road narrows. B. Uneven road. C. Speed bump. D. Ahead. Answers is B. Uneven road. This sign warns drivers of an uneven road surface ahead. You should reduce your speed to maintain control of your vehicle and avoid damage or discomfort. Question 12. What is the purpose of this sign? A. Right turn only. B. Proceed straight. C. U-turn permitted. D. One-way street. Answers is B. Proceed straight. This is a mandatory sign indicating that traffic must proceed straight ahead. It is often used at intersections or on roads to direct the flow of traffic. Question 13. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. No parking zone. B. No stopping. C. Loading zone. D. Restricted access. Answers is B. No stopping. This sign means no stopping. You cannot stop your vehicle at any time for any purpose, not even momentarily, except to obey a traffic officer or signal. Question 14. What does a solid yellow line next to a broken yellow line on your side mean? A. You may pass if traffic allows. B. You may not pass. C. Passing is allowed only at intersections. D. Traffic is moving in the same direction. Answers is B. You may not pass. A solid yellow line on your side of the road with a broken yellow line on the other side means that vehicles on your side are not allowed to pass, while vehicles on the other side may pass. Question 15. What action should you take when you see this sign? A. Prepare for a traffic light. B. Watch for pedestrians crossing. C. Merge with bicycle traffic. D. Expect a school zone. Answers is B. Watch for pedestrians crossing. This sign warns of a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down and stop for pedestrians who may be crossing or entering the crosswalk. Question 16. What does this sign indicate? A. One-way traffic. B. Do not enter. C. Road closed. D. No turns allowed. Answers is B. Do not enter. This "do not enter" sign indicates that traffic is not allowed to proceed in this direction. It is typically found at the exit of one-way streets or ramps to prevent driving. Question 17. When should you use your vehicle's horn? A. To greet a friend. B. To avoid a collision. C. To express anger. D. To notify slow drivers. Answers is B. To avoid a collision. The horn should only be used as a warning to avoid a collision or to alert other drivers of a potential hazard. Misuse of the horn is considered unsafe and can be illegal. Question 18. What is the meaning of this road sign? A. Two-way traffic. B. One-way road. C. Divided highway. D. Dead end ahead. Answers is B. One-way road. This sign indicates that the road ahead is a one-way road. All traffic moves in the same direction. Be aware of no oncoming traffic, but watch for merging vehicles. Question 19. What must you do when parking uphill on a street with a curb? A. Turn your wheels to the right away from the curb. B. Turn your wheels to the left away from the curb. C. Keep your wheels straight. D. No special action is required. Answers is B. Turn your wheels to the left away from the curb. When parking uphill with a curb, turn your front wheels to the left away from the curb. If the brakes fail, your car will roll back into the curb and stop, preventing it from rolling into traffic. Question 20. What does this sign mean? A. Crossing. B. Railway crossing. C. Train station. D. No trains. Answers is B. Railway crossing. This sign indicates a railway crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to stop if a train is approaching and always look both ways before crossing. Question 21. What does this sign warn you about? A. Steep hill. B. Embankment or quayside ahead. C. Tunnel entrance. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Embankment or quayside ahead. This sign warns drivers of an embankment or quayside ahead, indicating the road runs alongside a drop-off or body of water. Drive with extreme caution to avoid driving off the edge. Question 22. In California, how long do you have to report a change of address to the A? 10 days. B. 10 days. C. 20 days. D. 30 days. Answers is B. 10 days. You must notify the within 10 days if you change your address. This ensures your driving record and vehicle registration information are up to date. Question 23. What does this regulatory sign require? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right. C. Left turn only. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. Turn right. This sign is a mandatory instruction to turn right. You must follow the direction by the arrow, and no other turns are permitted at this location. Question 24. What does this sign warn about? A. Adult crossing. B. Children playing or crossing. C. School bus stop. D. Playground ahead. Answers is B. Children playing or crossing. This sign warns drivers that children may be present near the roadway, often in school zones, playgrounds, or residential areas. Drivers should slow down and be extremely alert. Question 25. What is the penalty for abandoning a vehicle on the side of a freeway? A warning. B, fine and potential impoundment. C, community service. D, no penalty if reported immediately. Answers is B, fine and potential impoundment. Abandoning a vehicle on the side of a freeway is illegal and can result in significant fines, towing, storage fees, and even jail time. Vehicles must be properly removed or reported. Question 26. What does this sign mean for vehicles? A, minimum speed 50. B, maximum speed limit 50. C, recommended speed 50. D, end of speed limit. Answers is B, maximum speed limit 50. This is a regulatory sign indicating a maximum speed limit of 50. Drivers must not exceed this speed in the area for safety and legal compliance. Question 27. What is the primary purpose of a lane ends, merge left sign? A, to indicate a passing zone. B, to warn drivers of a number of lanes. C, to prohibit lane changes. D, to direct slow-moving traffic. Answers is B, to warn drivers of a number of lanes. This sign warns drivers that the current lane will end ahead and they need to merge safely into the adjacent lane. Drivers should signal, check mirrors, and merge when it is safe. Question 28. What should you do when you see this sign? A, accelerate to maintain speed. B, prepare for a steep descent. C, watch for falling rocks. D, shift to a higher gear. Answers is B, prepare for a steep descent. This sign warns of a steep descent or downhill grade ahead. Drivers should prepare to reduce speed, possibly shift to a lower gear, and use brakes carefully to maintain control. Question 29. What does this sign mean? A, no stopping. B, no parking. C, loading zone. D, parking for authorized vehicles. Answers is B, no parking. This no parking sign means you may not park your vehicle in this area, but you may stop temporarily to load or unload passengers or merchandise. Question 30. What does this road sign indicate? A, turn left only. B, proceed straight or right. C, right turn only. D, U-turn permitted. Answers is B, proceed straight or right. This mandatory sign indicates that traffic must either proceed straight or turn right. Drivers in this lane must choose one of these two directions. Question 31. What is the minimum age to obtain a California provisional driver permit? A, 15 years old. B, 15 and a half years old. C, 16 years old. D, 17 years old. Answers is B, 15 and a half years old. To obtain a California provisional driver permit, you must be at least 15 years and 6 months old, complete a driver education course, and pass the written test. Question 32. What action should you take when approaching this sign? A, prepare to merge into traffic. B, watch for cyclists. C, look for road workers. D, prepare to stop for a school bus. Answers is B, watch for cyclists. This sign warns drivers to watch for cyclists entering or leaving the roadway. It is commonly placed near bike paths, shared lanes, or areas where bicycle traffic is frequent. Drive cautiously. Question 33. What does this sign mean? A. Right turn permitted. B. No right turn. C. Yield to right turners. D. One-way street right. Answers is B. No right turn. This sign indicates no right turn. Drivers are prohibited from making a right turn at the intersection or location where this sign is posted. Question 34. When are you permitted to drive in a bicycle lane? A. When passing a slow-moving vehicle. B. Within 200 feet of a turn or to park. C. To avoid heavy traffic. D. During hours. Answers is B. Within 200 feet of a turn or to park. You can drive in a bicycle lane for up to 200 feet before making a right turn, or to park where parking is permitted, or to enter or exit the road. Question 35. What does this sign typically warn you about? A. Uneven pavement. B. Falling rocks or debris. C. Steep incline. D. Tunnel ahead. Answers is B. Falling rocks or debris. This sign warns of falling rocks or debris ahead, often found in mountainous or rocky areas. Drivers should be vigilant for hazards on the road and avoid stopping. Question 36. What should you do when you see this sign? A. Stop completely. B. Yield the. C. Proceed without stopping. D. Accelerate to clear intersection. Answers is B. Yield the. This give way sign yield sign means you must slow down and be prepared to stop. You must yield the to traffic on the intersecting road before proceeding. Question 37. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Right turn only. B. Proceed straight or left. C. U-turn is permitted. D. No through road. Answers is B. Proceed straight or left. This mandatory sign indicates that traffic must either proceed straight ahead or turn left. Drivers in this lane must choose one of these two directions. Question 38. What is the maximum speed limit in a business district in California unless otherwise posted? A. 15. B. 25. C. 35. D. 45. Answers is B. 25. The maximum speed limit in a business or residential district in California is 25, unless a sign indicates a different speed. Always look for posted limits. Question 39. What does this sign typically indicate? A. Gusty winds. B. Side wind. C. Strong crosswinds. D. Road closed due to wind. Answers is B. Side wind. This sign warns of a side wind or strong crosswinds ahead. Drivers should be prepared for sudden gusts that can push the vehicle and affect steering control, especially for vehicles. Question 40. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. One-way traffic. B. No entry for all vehicles. C. Road closed. D. Stop ahead. Answers is B. No entry for all vehicles. This sign means no entry for all vehicles or movement prohibited. It indicates that no vehicles are allowed to enter the road or area beyond the sign. Question 41. What should you do if your gas pedal gets stuck? A. Shift to neutral and turn off the engine. B. Shift to neutral, apply brakes, find a safe place. C. Pump the pedal rapidly. D. Accelerate and try to unstick it. Answers is B. Shift to neutral, apply brakes, find a safe place. If your gas pedal gets stuck, immediately shift to neutral, apply firm pressure to the brakes, steer to a safe area, and turn off the engine once safely stopped. Do not turn off the engine while moving. Question 42. What does this sign represent? A. Turn left. B. Pass obstacle on the right. C. Right lane ends. D. Merge right. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on the right. This sign is a mandatory instruction to pass an obstacle on the right side. It guides drivers to safely navigate around a median, island, or other obstruction in the road. Question 43. What does this sign mean for vehicle drivers? A. U-turn permitted. B. No U-turn. C. U-turn only lane. D. Divided highway ahead. Answers is B. No U-turn. This sign indicates no. Drivers are prohibited from making a U-turn at this location due to safety concerns or traffic flow regulations. Question 44. What should you do if you are involved in a collision with a parked vehicle? A. Drive away if no one saw it. B. Leave a note with your information. C. Call your insurance company immediately and leave. D. Wait for the owner to return. Answers is B. Leave a note with your information. If you hit a parked vehicle and cannot find the owner, you must leave a note securely attached to the vehicle with your name, address, and telephone number, and the circumstances of the collision. Question 45. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Sharp left turn. B. Dangerous curve to the right. C. Winding road. D. Road narrows on right. Answers is B. Dangerous curve to the right. This sign warns of a dangerous curve to the right ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed and prepare to navigate the curve safely to maintain control of the vehicle. Question 46. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Pass on the right. B. Pass obstacle on the left. C. Left turn only. D. Lane ends left. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on the left. This sign is a mandatory instruction to pass an obstacle on the left side. It directs drivers to safely navigate around a median, island, or other obstruction by keeping it to their right. Question 47. What is the meaning of this road sign? A. Road for cars only. B. Motorway or expressway. C. Toll road. D. End of speed limit. Answers is B. Motorway or expressway. This sign indicates the beginning of a motorway or expressway. These roads typically have higher speed limits and are designed for faster, uninterrupted traffic flow. Question 48. When changing lanes, what is the most important step? A. Speed up quickly. B. Check your blind spots. C. Signal for a long time. D. Look over your shoulder only. Answers is B. Check your blind spots. After signaling and checking mirrors, checking your blind spots by looking over your shoulder is critical to ensure no vehicles are hidden from view before changing lanes safely. Question 49. What does this sign indicate? A. Uneven road ahead. B. Road works ahead. C. New pavement. D. Detour ahead. Answers is B. Road works ahead. This sign warns drivers of road works or construction ahead. Drivers should slow down, be alert for workers, equipment, and change traffic patterns, and obey any temporary signs. Question 50. What does this sign indicate about the intersection ahead? A. Yield sign ahead. B. Traffic light ahead. C. Stop sign ahead. D. Flashing beacon. Answers is B. Traffic light ahead. This sign warns drivers that there is a traffic light ahead. Drivers should prepare to slow down and stop if the light is red or about to change, ensuring a smooth stop. Question 51. What does a green arrow light illuminated alone mean? A. You must yield to oncoming traffic. B. You have a protected turn in that direction. C. You may proceed if the intersection is clear. D. You must stop and wait for a green light. Answers is B. You have a protected turn in that direction. A green arrow means you have a protected turn in the direction of the arrow. Oncoming traffic and pedestrians should be stopped by a red light, but you should still check for safety. Question 52. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Yield ahead. B. Priority road. C. End of priority. D. Merge ahead. Answers is B. Priority road. This sign indicates that you are on a priority road. This means you have the over traffic entering from side roads unless otherwise by other signs or signals. Question 53. What is the primary function of this sign? A. No pedestrian entry. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Pedestrian zone. D. No walking allowed. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This sign warns drivers of a pedestrian crossing ahead. It alerts drivers to be vigilant for pedestrians who may be crossing the road and to be prepared to stop. Question 54. When is it legal to turn right on a red light? A. Always if the lane is clear. B. After stopping if no sign prohibits it. C. Only if there are no cars behind you. D. Never, it is against the law. Answers is B. After stopping if no sign prohibits it. In California, you may turn right on a red light after coming to a complete stop and yielding to all traffic and pedestrians, unless a no turn on red sign is posted. Question 55. What does this sign mean? A. Ahead. B. Hump or speed bump ahead. C. Uneven road. D. Steep descent. Answers is B. Hump or speed bump ahead. This sign warns of a hump or speed bump ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed to avoid discomfort, loss of control, or damage to their vehicle. Question 56. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Maximum speed limit 50. B. Minimum speed limit 50. C. Recommended speed 50. D. End of speed zone. Answers is B. Minimum speed limit 50. This is a mandatory sign indicating a minimum speed limit of 50. Drivers must not drive slower than this speed unless conditions e.g. traffic, weather require it for safety. Question 57. What does this sign tell you about the road? A. Speed bumps. B. Or rough road. C. Uneven surface. D. Road closed. Answers is B. Or rough road. This sign warns drivers of potholes or a rough road surface ahead. You should slow down and proceed with caution to avoid vehicle damage and maintain control. Question 58. What should you do if you miss your freeway exit? A. Stop and back up on the shoulder. B. Continue to the next exit. C. Make a U-turn if safe. D. Cross solid lines to reach it. Answers is B. Continue to the next exit. If you miss your freeway exit, do not stop or back up. Continue driving to the next exit, then find a safe way to turn around and return to your intended destination. Question 59. What is the meaning of this road sign? A. Motorway ahead. B. Road for motor vehicles. C. No bicycles allowed. D. Restricted access. Answers is B. Road for motor vehicles. This sign indicates a road for motor vehicles. Only motor vehicles are allowed on this road. Pedestrians, bicycles, and vehicles are generally prohibited. Question 60. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Dangerous curve to the right. B. Dangerous curve to the left. C. Winding road ahead. D. Road narrows on left. Answers is B. Dangerous curve to the left. This sign warns of a dangerous curve to the left ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed and prepare to navigate the curve safely to maintain control of the vehicle. Question 61. What should you do when driving in dense fog? A. Use your headlights. B. Use headlights and fog lights. C. Turn off all lights to avoid glare. D. Drive at the posted speed limit. Answers is B. Use headlights and fog lights. In dense fog, use your headlights and fog lights if you have them. High beams will reflect off the fog and worsen visibility. Reduce speed and increase following distance. Question 62. What does this sign indicate? A. Left turn permitted. B. No left turn. C. Yield to left turners. D. Left lane ends. Answers is B. No left turn. This sign indicates no left turn. Drivers are prohibited from making a left turn at the intersection or location where this sign is posted. Question 63. What does this sign inform you about? A. Beginning of a motorway. B. End of motorway or expressway. C. Toll road ends. D. Speed limit ends. Answers is B. End of motorway or expressway. This sign indicates the end of motorway or expressway. Drivers should be aware that the special rules and higher speeds associated with motorways no longer apply beyond this point. Question 64. What does this sign warn you about? A. Wildlife crossing. B. Cattle crossing. C. Farm equipment. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is B. Cattle crossing. This sign warns drivers of a cattle crossing ahead. Be prepared to slow down or stop for livestock on or near the roadway. Drive cautiously and be alert. Question 65. When parallel parking, how far should your wheels be from the curb? A. More than 18 inches. B. Within 18 inches. C. Exactly 12 inches. D. Less than 6 inches. Answers is B. Within 18 inches. When parallel parking, your vehicle's wheels must be within 18 inches of the curb. Parking further away than this is considered illegal in most areas of California. Question 66. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Use horn if necessary. B. No sounding of horn. C. Sound horn to warn others. D. Horn test required. Answers is B. No sounding of horn. This sign indicates no sounding of horn. Drivers are prohibited from using their vehicle's horn in this area, typically in quiet zones like near hospitals or residential areas at night. Question 67. What does this sign indicate about the road condition? A. Slippery when wet. B. Loose gravel or stone materials. C. Falling rocks. D. Ahead. Answers is B. Loose gravel or stone materials. This sign warns of loose gravel or stone materials on the road surface. Drivers should reduce speed and avoid sudden movements to prevent skidding or damage from flying stones. Question 68. What does this sign mean? A. Start of priority road. B. End of priority road. C. Yield ahead. D. Main road ahead. Answers is B. End of priority road. This sign indicates the end of priority road. From this point forward, you no longer have automatic over intersecting traffic and should be prepared to yield. Question 69. What should you do if your vehicle starts to hydroplane? A. Brake hard and steer sharply. B. Ease off the gas, steer straight, do not brake. C. Accelerate to gain traction. D. Turn the wheel in the opposite direction. Answers is B. Ease off the gas, steer straight, do not brake. If your car hydroplanes, ease off the accelerator and steer straight. Do not brake or turn sharply. Let the car slow down until tires regain contact with the road. Question 70. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. No U-turn allowed. B. Place for U-turn. C. Turnaround point. D. Divided highway. Answers is B. Place for U-turn. This sign indicates a place for. Drivers are permitted to make a U-turn at this specific location, following all safety precautions. Question 71. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Merging traffic. B. Road narrows on both sides. C. Road widens. D. Lane ends. Answers is B. Road narrows on both sides. This sign warns that the road ahead narrows on both sides. Drivers should reduce speed, be prepared for less maneuvering room, and adjust their position accordingly. Question 72. What does this sign mean? A. No trucks allowed. B. No entry for motor vehicles. C. Vehicles restricted. D. Pedestrian zone. Answers is B. No entry for motor vehicles. This sign means no entry for motor vehicles. It prohibits cars, motorcycles, and other motorized transport from entering the road beyond this point, though bicycles may be allowed. Question 73. How should you respond to a solid white line on the road? A. It indicates a lane for passing. B. Crossing or changing lanes. C. Permits crossing to enter a business. D. Separates traffic moving in opposite directions. Answers is B. Crossing or changing lanes. A solid white line indicates the edge of the traffic lane or a separation between lanes moving in the same direction. It discourages crossing or changing lanes, especially near intersections or along shoulders. Question 74. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Pass on the right only. B. Pass obstacle on either side. C. Obstacle ahead, proceed with caution. D. Road divides. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on either side. This mandatory sign indicates that drivers may pass an obstacle on either the left or the right side. It offers flexibility in choosing the safest path around a median or island. Question 75. What does this sign mean for pedestrians? A. No walking. B. Pedestrian track or path. C. Pedestrian crossing. D. Shared path. Answers is B. Pedestrian track or path. This sign indicates a dedicated pedestrian track or path. Only pedestrians are allowed to use this path, and vehicles are prohibited. It promotes pedestrian safety. Question 76. What is the primary reason for checking your mirrors frequently while driving? A. To adjust your speed. B. To be aware of traffic around you. C. To check your appearance. D. To signal turns earlier. Answers is B. To be aware of traffic around you. Checking your mirrors frequently helps you stay aware of other vehicles around you, identify potential hazards, and make safe decisions regarding lane changes, turns, and braking. Question 77. What does this sign indicate about the junction ahead? A. Main road ahead. B. Junction with a minor road. C. Roundabout ahead. D. Traffic signal ahead. Answers is B. Junction with a minor road. This sign warns of a junction with a minor road ahead. You should be prepared for vehicles entering or exiting the main road from a side street, often without a stop or yield sign. Question 78. What does this sign mean? A. No animal crossing. B. No vehicles. C. Wild animals ahead. D. Farm vehicles prohibited. Answers is B. No vehicles. This sign indicates no entry for vehicles, carts, or sleighs. It prohibits such vehicles from using the road or area beyond the sign. Question 79. What does this sign tell you? A. Lane ends. B. Of movement in lanes. C. Merging traffic. D. One-way traffic. Answers is B. Of movement in lanes. This sign provides advance information on the directions of movement permitted in each lane ahead, helping drivers choose the correct lane for their intended turn or direction of travel. Question 80. What should you do if an emergency vehicle approaches with flashing lights and siren? A. Speed up to get out of the way. B. Move to the right edge and stop. C. Continue driving slowly. D. Stop immediately where you are. Answers is B. Move to the right edge and stop. You must yield to emergency vehicles by driving to the right edge of the road and stopping until the vehicle has passed. This applies to both sides of the road. Question 81. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Bridge ahead. B. Tunnel ahead. C. Low clearance. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Tunnel ahead. This sign warns drivers of a tunnel ahead. Drivers should turn on headlights, remove sunglasses, and be aware of visibility and potential changes in traffic flow inside the tunnel. Question 82. What does this sign mean? A. No bicycles. B. Cycle track. C. Share the road with bikes. D. Bicycle crossing. Answers is B. Cycle track. This sign indicates a dedicated cycle track or bicycle path. Only bicycles are allowed to use this path, ensuring the safety of cyclists away from motor vehicle traffic. Question 83. What does this sign indicate about the traffic flow? A. Two-way traffic. B. Exit onto a one-way road right. C. Merge right. D. Right turn only. Answers is B. Exit onto a one-way road right. This sign warns that you are about to exit or merge onto a one-way road where traffic flows to the right. Be prepared for vehicles coming from the left or right after merging. Question 84. When should you increase your following distance? A. When you are on a busy freeway. B. In bad weather or heavy traffic. C. When following a small passenger car. D. Always maintain a rule. Answers is B. In bad weather or heavy traffic. You should increase your following distance in conditions that reduce visibility or traction, such as bad weather, heavy traffic, or when following large vehicles or motorcycles, to allow more reaction time. Question 85. What does this sign indicate about vehicles? A. No passenger cars. B. No entry for goods vehicles. C. Heavy vehicles only. D. No commercial vehicles. Answers is B. No entry for goods vehicles. This sign indicates no entry for goods vehicles or no trucks. It prohibits commercial vehicles from entering the road or area beyond the sign. Question 86. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Road shoulder closed. B. Dangerous hard shoulder. C. Emergency stopping lane. D. On shoulder. Answers is B. Dangerous hard shoulder. This sign warns of a dangerous hard shoulder, meaning the shoulder may be soft, uneven, or have a significant drop-off. Drivers should avoid using the shoulder and be careful if forced to do so. Question 87. What is the purpose of this sign? A. Yield to oncoming traffic. B. Priority over oncoming traffic. C. Two-way traffic ahead. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Priority over oncoming traffic. This sign indicates priority over oncoming traffic. It means you have the over vehicles coming from the opposite direction, typically on a narrow bridge or road section. Question 88. What are SHARO's shared lane markings used for? A. To indicate a dedicated bike lane. B. To alert drivers to the presence of cyclists. C. To mark a pedestrian zone. D. To direct cars to park. Answers is B. To alert drivers to the presence of cyclists. A road markings a bicycle symbol with two chevrons that indicate a shared lane for bicycles and vehicles. They help position cyclists away from parked cars and alert drivers to their presence. Question 89. What does this sign warn about? A. Domestic animals. B. Wild animals crossing. C. Deer crossing. D. Cattle crossing. Answers is B. Wild animals crossing. This sign warns drivers of wild animals crossing the road, often in rural or wooded areas. Drivers should be particularly vigilant at dawn and dusk and be prepared to slow down or stop. Question 90. What does this sign indicate for public transport? A. Bus stop ahead. B. Road with a lane for public transport. C. No public transport. D. Shared lane. Answers is B. Road with a lane for public transport. This sign indicates a road with a dedicated lane for public transport vehicles like buses or trams. Drivers of other vehicles are generally prohibited from using this lane. Question 91. What does this sign mean? A. Priority over oncoming traffic. B. Priority to oncoming traffic. C. Two-way traffic. D. Narrow bridge ahead. Answers is B. Priority to oncoming traffic. This sign indicates priority over oncoming traffic meaning oncoming traffic has priority. You must yield to vehicles approaching from the opposite direction. Question 92. What is the implied consent law in California? A. You agree to be an organ donor. B. You agree to a chemical test if arrested for. C. You consent to vehicle searches. D. You agree to pay traffic fines promptly. Answers is B. You agree to a chemical test if arrested for. California's implied consent law states that by driving a vehicle, you agree to take a chemical test blood, breath, or urine if you are lawfully arrested for driving under the influence. Question 93. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Dangerous curve to the left. B. Series of dangerous curves first to the right. C. Winding road ahead. D. Road with multiple turns. Answers is B. Series of dangerous curves first to the right. This sign warns of a series of dangerous curves ahead, with the first curve bending to the right. Drivers should reduce speed and prepare for multiple turns. Question 94. What is the purpose of this sign? A. No U-turn zone. B. U-turn zone. C. Parking lot ahead. D. Dead end. Answers is B. U-turn zone. This sign indicates a zone. Drivers are permitted to make U-turns within the area by this sign, following all safety protocols. Question 95. What does this warning sign mean? A. Roadwork ahead. B. Traffic congestion ahead. C. Accident scene. D. Queue for toll booth. Answers is B. Traffic congestion ahead. This sign warns drivers of traffic congestion or a queue ahead. Drivers should prepare to slow down or stop and maintain a safe following distance. Question 96. When should you use your parking brake? A. Only when parking on a hill. B. Every time you park your vehicle. C. Only if your car is an automatic. D. When driving downhill. Answers is B. Every time you park your vehicle. It is good practice to engage your parking brake every time you park, regardless of whether you're on a flat surface or a hill. This provides an extra layer of safety, especially if your transmission fails. Question 97. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. One-way road. B. Reversible lane road. C. Lane ends ahead. D. Lane. Answers is B. Reversible lane road. This sign indicates a reversible lane road. These lanes can change direction of traffic flow at different times of the day to accommodate peak traffic by overhead signals. Question 98. What does this sign mean? A. Trailers only. B. No entry for vehicles with trailer. C. Trucks only. D. Hazardous materials. Answers is B. No entry for vehicles with trailer. This sign prohibits vehicles with trailers from entering the road or area beyond the sign. It is often used where roads are too narrow or curves too sharp for long vehicles. Question 99. What does this sign warn about? A. New pavement ahead. B. Change of road surface. C. Slippery road. D. Road works ahead. Answers is B. Change of road surface. This sign warns of a change of road surface ahead. This could mean a transition from asphalt to gravel or a section of the road with different traction characteristics. Drive with caution. Question 100. What does a flashing yellow traffic light mean? A. Stop and wait for a green light. B. Slow down and proceed with caution. C. Yield to traffic on the left. D. Prepare to stop as the light will turn red. Answers is B. Slow down and proceed with caution. A flashing yellow light means you should slow down and proceed with caution. You do not need to stop, but be prepared to yield to other traffic or pedestrians as necessary.